I'm going to start off in the light heavyweight division with a chap that we haven't seen for a little while, Mr. Tyson Pedro. Now, Tyson Pedro, he's a good fighter. He's very, very good, actually. I mean, he was on a bit of a roll, but then I think he lost. Had a couple of losses. We haven't seen him since 2018, where he lost to Shogun Hua, and he was on a bit of a roll, but then, like I said, he had that loss. I don't know why it is that we haven't seen him, but he's one of these guys that came over with the wave of Australian fighters. He was really highly touted. Like I said, he took a couple of losses. What are his notable wins? Let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look at the old Burt database. He beat Paul Craig and Khalil Roundtree. Like those are two very, very good wins, right? So his opponent, you've got Ike Villanueva. Now, I think Villanueva used to fight. He's fought at heavyweight at some point, I do believe. So the height is the same, but Pedro is going to have a 6-inch reach advantage, which is mental considering they're the same height. That is weird. But Tyson Pedro, he is like a submission guy. Like, he's got 5 of his 7 wins by submission. He loves getting a rear naked choke. Because he's got, how many rear naked chokes has he got? Because he is a black belt, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And yeah, he's got three rear naked chokes, 1 guillotine. And yeah, I think that really what we need, what we're going to find out is what Tyson Pedro we're going to see. Because how old is he? He's 30. He's only 30. So actually, you know what? He's got plenty of miles left on the clock. Ike Villanueva is like 38, right? The problem I have with Villanueva for this fight is that he has been submitted like 5 times. And he's lost 4 out of his last 5. He's not on a good run at all. So for me, Tyson Pedro to get the submission is probably the most likely outcome. And if you're betting on that on PokerStars, it wouldn't let me do just the submission, but it would just let me do picking a round. So I've gone round 2 submission because the layoff, I think maybe it might be a little bit of a slow start. I've gone round 2 submission for Tyson Pedro. That is 9-1 on PokerStars, but actually Sky Bet now have their odds up. So just Tyson Pedro to win by submission is 2.88. I quite like that, actually. That's not a bad bet at all. So yeah, they're all terrible bets. Terrible bet, Tyson Pedro by submission, 2.88, adding that to the bet slip.